34. What is the derivative of x squared minus 4 raised to the 5th power times x cubed plus 5 raised to the 4th power? So to find the derivative, we need to use the product rule. F times g prime is going to be f prime g plus f g prime. Now, when we're differentiating f or g separately, we need to use the chain rule version of the power rule. The derivative of u to the n will be n u to the n minus 1 times u prime. So f is going to be x squared minus 4 raised to the 5th power. G is going to be x cubed plus 5 raised to the 4th power. So let's go ahead and find dy dx. So let's begin by finding the derivative of f using this formula. So our n value is 5 times u, which is the stuff inside the parentheses, x squared minus 4, raised to the n minus 1, 5 minus 1 is 4, and then times u prime. The derivative of what's inside, in this case x squared minus 4, that's going to be 2x. And then times g, so we just have the original g value, which is just x cubed plus 5 raised to the 4, and then plus f. So we're not going to do anything to f, we're just going to rewrite it, and then times g prime. So let's use this formula to find g prime. So our n value is 4. The u part will be x cubed plus 5 raised to the n minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3, and then times u prime. The derivative of x cubed plus 5 is just 3x squared. So that's the answer. But now let's see if we can simplify by factoring out the GCF. But before we factor out the GCF, let's combine a few things. Here we could multiply 5 and 2x. So that will give us 10x, and then x squared minus 4 raised to the 4th power times x cubed plus 5 raised to the 4th power. Here we can multiply 4 and 3x squared. That will give us 12x squared, and then times x squared minus 4 raised to the 4th power, not the 4th power, but the 5th power. And then x cubed plus 5 raised to the 3rd power. So now we can factor out the GCF. From 10x and 12x squared, we could take out a 2 and we could take out an x. Between these two terms, we could take out the smaller of the two exponents. So from 4 and 5, we could take 4 from both. So we're going to have x squared minus 4 raised to the 4th power. And from these two, from 4 and 3, we could take 3 from both. So it's always going to be the lower of the two numbers. So we could factor out x cubed plus 5 raised to the 3rd power. Now we need to find what's left over. So when we take this term and divide by that, what do we get? 10x divided by 2x is 5. When we divide these two, because they're the same, they will cancel out. When you divide them, you get 1. When we divide these two, we can subtract the exponents. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we just have x cubed plus 5 raised to the 1st power. Now let's divide this by that. 12x squared divided by 2x. 12 divided by 2 is 6. X squared divided by x is x. Now when we divide these two, we can subtract the exponents. 5 minus 4 is 1. So we get x squared minus 4 raised to the 1st power. When we divide these two, they have the same exponents, so they divide out to 1, which means we don't have to add them. So now let's rewrite most of what we have. Our next step is to simplify what we have here. Let's begin by distributing. 5 times x cubed, that's going to be 5x cubed. Next we have 5 times 5, that's 25. 6x times x squared, that's going to be 6x cubed. And 6x times negative 4 is negative 24x. So the last thing we could do is add like terms. And this will give us our final answer, which is 2x times x squared minus 4 raised to the 4th power times x cubed plus 5 raised to the 3rd power. 5 plus 6 is 11, so we'll have 11x cubed, and then minus 24x plus 25. And that is the final answer.